Mary. It's not official. There is no such thing as deciding which language is official in the US, for this decision was never made. When they want states to send them documents in English, they don't say English, they say the language of the United States Constitution is written in. So you may write a third constitution in another language and suddenly the language of the documentation would change as well. English is, of course, customary because the founders of the United States were Anglophones. Let's move on. The sinking of the Titanic, right in the middle of tax day, Aries. That'd be the best day to freaking start the New World Order and the World War One against the Germans, World War II against the Germans. What is wrong with the Germans? Check out the wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald. Let's just have a listen to a bit of that. This is the ship, the wreck, happened in the 70s. Anyway, okay, so they sank the Titanic, and you know what? That wasn't the Titanic they sank. Do you know which ship went down? It was the sister of the Titanic. And guess what it was called? The Olympia. Yeah, this ship was the Olympia. The Titanic was back in Dublin getting repairs because it had an accident and it wasn't insured. They couldn't go across the Atlantic. So instead, they sank the Olympia because, you see, the Titans were making Titans were saying the Olympians defeated the Titans, but no, it was the other way around. The Olympia went down. In other words, the Titans, the giants, the Nephilim, the vampires are back. And they defeated the Olympians by sinking the Olympia. And then, look at this, guys. The song that I was just going to play to you. Have a look at this. November 11, always in November, the Great Lakes, they have all of these. See, that song happened here in Lake Superior, in the Straits here somewhere. Okay, the route of the SS Edmund Fitzgerald. Look at this, guys. In the year 1913, 8 ships were lost. German ships were lost because the Germans controlled the Great Lakes, right? 254 people died. Never in history. Look at this. In 1940, 57 men died in Lake Michigan. In 58, 33 men died. And then in Lake Huron, killing 28. But look at this. This is a record year. Do you think they were sabotaging ships like they were sinking German ships to get ready to go against Germany? Why does everyone want to go against Germany? Oh, look at this. German conquistadors in Venezuela. I thought it was Spanish. Well, the wreck of the Admiral Fitzgerald. There's the song. And what did they destroy? They destroyed Tartaria. Look at this. Right next to Moscow. Look at the Republic of Tartaria, guys. Let's have a look at these images. Well, where is this? Let's have a look. Let's grab our map and let's find out where it is. There it is there. The Republic of Tatarstan. It's right here. Moscow is right here. This is its own Republic of Tartaria, whereas all of this across Alaska and across to all of the United States, the Germans and the Russians, the Aryans, the Rush-Aryans. That's why Germany fell in World War One in 1918, but the year before, they got Russia, the Bolsheviks, the vampires from Wall Street, J.P. Morgan, Rothschilds. Remember, Nathan Rothschild promised 100 years earlier in 1815 when the Romanov family boycotted the first attempt to make the United or League of Nations. Romanov said, sorry, Rothschild, you can stick your New World Order. Nathan Rothschild said, I swear I will destroy Russia and the Romanovs. And guess what? Well, he did. And the Bolsheviks took over and they reduced Tartaria to this little state, and it's still there. There it is. Look at this. Let's see if we can find the word Tartaria in here, guys. Notice Arya, the Aryan race, Tartarian, from, look at this, Tatarstan, the Republic of Tatarstan. It's a republic, and it comes from Tartaria. Can you see here Tartaria, guys?
Yeah.
Can you see the word Arya?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on.
But what's really weird is they drew on 5th, 2023, and the world once again did not end on the 23rd like predicted. But let me tell you something though. There's a sect of elites out there that know when the world will end and how it will end. And apparently they are called the progeny of Jove. Now, if you ask me how do I know this, basically I found this website archived in the deepest web out there. It is wild. The guy claims to be an Illuminati whistleblower. And let me tell you, like some of the things that he's written on his page are insane and accurate, insane, but they were written, I think, back in the 90s. Now it's just like archived. And let me just show you this before I start. So this guy basically says that there is a group or a sect out there called the progeny of Jove. Now, if you're wondering what Jove means, it means Jupiter or God. So if you look at the meaning of Jove, let's just put that down so you guys don't think I'm Googling love. It basically means Roman god of the bright sky, but at the bottom here it says Old Latin Lobus as the god's name, see Jupiter. Now, the sect of progeny of Jove aren't as evil as the elites or deletes, the parasites that we know. Basically, what they do is they make art and movies, huge Hollywood movies, to warn us if we can see the signs and the symbolism in the movie. And they believe that certain people need to be shown what will happen so that they can find their own way to safety. And they don't think everyone should be allowed to live just because they are very, how should I say this, almost obsessed with the human IQ and how smart certain people are. So they believe that the smarter you are, the more your soul is awakened and that you should have the right to know what will happen so that you can save yourself. Now, the evil elites, on the other hand, they just want to wipe us out. They do not care. But what's really weird is they drew a map of this so-called flooding. And when I say the Y2Y land grab, so the Yukon to Yellowstone UN and the liberal land grab that they want from pretty much Yukon to Yellowstone. And the reason why they made an underground thing in Denver, Colorado, is because that whole corridor that they call the 2050, they want people out of there. Like they don't want any human settlements in there because they want the earth to be able to breathe again. Is because they want us in coastal 15-minute cities so that this flood wipes us out. Let me just show you this. This is wild. So here's the world map.
Take a screenshot of that, guys.
Wow. Snap that.
Take a screenshot now.
Of what the flooding, what the damages of the flood will be. Now I'm going to try and zoom into North America here. Here we go. So you can see like the outlines of where the coast used to be.
Okay, Baja California, all of this, the Rocky Mountains, this is all according to the progeny of Job. It's all going underwater. All of this stuff here, there's going to be flooding all through here, the Mississippi, all the coastal areas. And I'm living right here on this mountain, right here in Mexico. That's where I am right now. And my gut feeling told me that the Yucatan Peninsula was not safe, where I was living right here for 2 years and 9 months in Puerto Morelos, near Cuba, near Cancun. And my intuition says go to the mountains. And this is where I am, right here on this mountain, right here. Okay, let's go on.
We're going to have to move to Texas.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we don't know we don't know when this is going to take place, guys, but most of the coastal regions will go. This is the last destruction. It will never happen again.
Now, if you look into Alberta, which is like, I can't even point to it right now but if you look at Alberta and then all the way down to Yellowstone and Colorado and everywhere else, basically that is the safe zone. And isn't that the exact same map that they want people out of? Like they want people out of these corridors so that the earth can heal? Yeah, it kind of makes sense. And the weird part is Greenland never floods. And if you look at some of these movies that some of these progeny of Jove people have made, like Tomorrowland, Then that one with Gerard Butler with the flooding as well, where they have to go to Greenland. Look to Greenland and where the Svalbard seed vault is. Those of you who don't know, the Doomsday seed vault is in Svalbard up there. That's probably the safest bet of where to be in case, poop hits the fan. But I want to know what you guys think, or what you know, or if you guys can add to this.
All right, guys, I'm going to add to that now in a minute.
2000 flew into our country. They came by plane. They bought a plane ticket from their home country, and they flew into 43 cities. And guess what? Here's the kicker.